he's actually a coach of high school students on a robotics team. He doesn't actually coach the robots.
Hey, listen, nobody knows what it means. It's provocative.
All right. Jenny's still out at the car dealership, I guess.
What do I need to tell you to get you into this Civic today?
Of course, the inevitable nuck jokes.
Right. Nuck, 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 nuck.
Nuck if you
Luck of the nuck.
The what? Luck of the nuck?
Yeah.
That sounds really lewd if you don't hear it, like pay attention.
Maybe. Yeah. I can see that.
There's a nuck knocking on Intel's door. I like big bots. Google and Apple living together, mass hysteria. What the nuck? The next bot
like
thing.
big bots, and I cannot lie. The other platforms won't deny.
The bot store. Killer bots. Such a WeChat.
The next bot thing is not bad either.
Don't nuck it if you've tried it.
Wow.
Until you tried it, don't nuck it.
You guys are into the nuck puns today. I like it.
God.
Kicking the nucks. Nuck if you buck.
I
don't even know what that means.
Nuck if you buck.
If you don't give a damn, I don't give a nuck. Bot is the new black.
Oh,
Pay bot hotness. Brands powering up bots. Bot of the barrel. Kissinger bot. Internet
Kissinger
of
bot is my favorite.
So what do you think? I like knocking on Intel's door. It's
seems to be the runaway winner. Let's let it boil for a little bit. I'm cool with that one. I also like next bot thing.
That's a good one.
Justin, you got any favorites?
Man, it's all sex puns, right? Like,
I mean, the nuck ones tend to be, yeah.
Yeah. Is this? Oh my God! Is this a new Honda Civic?
No, I was in Jersey Mike's eating lunch because my appointment is at 2:45, but it was so loud that I had to come back out to the car. So now I'm in a car in a parking lot.
I thought you were saying you went to Jersey to buy a car. I was like, wow, that's commitment.
Seems
that's
ridiculous.
commitment. I got there in 25 minutes.
Hyperloop.
No, I'm I like the knocking on
Intel's door.
I feel like knocking on Intel's door is probably my favorite of the nuck puns. Although I would like a bot. Like, we talked so much about bots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm feeling that too.
I like big bots. I cannot lie.
Definitely
like
used
that
that theme for a title before.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, what cannot be reused that was once used?
Oh, sure. No, it's just a matter of not overdoing it. So.
Yeah. Well, as long as it's not a whatchamacallit. What's our number one overused one?
It's Who Watches, like some variation of Who Watches the Watchmen.
That's it.
I don't even know how that got started. It must have been before my time.
So yeah, so the great battle of Jenny's car afternoon is lease a crossover SUV, which is sensible and will not commit me to anything and will get me into a parking lot on Monday, or be irresponsible and get the car I really want.
I would say get the car that gets you to work, because once that's taken care of, you have the freedom to be irresponsible later.
That is a good point.
Yeah.
Spoken like a man who has a baby.
What are you going to do? You're going to get all excited and buy a nice car like, 2 years before robots are driving us around?
That's
seriously.
Good
yeah,
point.
It's a bad purchase.
I feel like I'm in the valley, the unexciting valley between self-driving cars and whatever's on the market now. Like
this is my exact theory when it comes to any kind of physical fitness. I'm just like, listen, I'm just trying to stay alive for the singularity. Like, I just need, I don't need to necessarily be a bodybuilder, although this is probably landing hilariously on Tom's ears, who saw me eat like an animal and drink like a fish from the last
and also go for a jog.
We went for one jog. That was true. We went for a jog. That was true. But yeah, no, that's hey, come on. We just need, the world awaits. Infinity is within our grasp. You just need, a CRX or something, something tiny.
That's an entirely fair point.
Yeah.
Go with
Forescape
practical
it
so you don't
is.
have to worry about your
So
job.
it's coming home with a.
or one of those $35,000 Teslas. Just so
So
you
you're coming home with a McLaren, is what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not even going to look at a Tesla. I'm just not going to do it.
No.
That's
Okay,
not even
then-
a car I like. Like,
You have to wait for them anyway.
What about a Leaf? Nissan
No.
Leaf. Why?
no. Because
So-
if I'm gonna buy an electric car, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I don't have
buy
the
American.
infrastructure. Yeah, it's Forescape or the dream car, the impractical dream car is another Jeep Cherokee. But that's too much money. That's just too much money for basically a 19th century or 20th century technology.
Well, when's the last time you've ever driven off-road?
That's not the point.
Oh, shots
The
fired. Shots fired.
The point is, can I get home after an
Last time
earthquake?
you went mudding, Jenny.
No, can I get home after an earthquake? That's the
Oh,
takeaway.
shots
Yeah.
return fired.
If you want to
Return
get,
fired. Why are you against safety?
Struck
Rod?
right at Roger's earthquake preparedness heart, too, by the way.
Yeah, I know.
why don't you just get like a little gyrocopter or some sort of man-portable flying device?
Practical. Joseph's in the marketplace. Landing on the roof in
Yeah.
T-minus 2 minutes.
It'd be great. You could avoid
Kind of
traffic.
amazing when you put it that way, yeah.
That's a good
You don't
point.
have to do.
Yeah.
Alexa, add a gyrocopter to my shopping.
No! We're gonna get
I
so
bet
many
you could
emails.
do
I'm
it.
gonna
Try
forward
it.
them all to you.
No,
Joseph.
she is. It's done. It's already done.
Yeah.
Gyrocopter's on my shopping list.
Purchasing gyrocopter. Wait, no, I just said add it to the shopping list. You know you want it.
You know what's funny is you say that and it gives you an automated gyro making machine, like a Euro making
The
machine.
Euro?
Which honestly sounds great, too.
Yeah.
Stick the meat and vegetables in
Yeah.
one end, and you have dinner come out
Just
on
put
the
that
other.
big lamb spigot thing in the middle.
Oh man, these are all drones.
Oh,
Knock that off, man. I'm trying to get Rocketeer up in this bitch.
This boss.
or live by the
That's
shore and just live on a boat like they did on Simon and Simon, Riptide.
Wow. Went from Simon and Simon to Riptide. Like,
That was
obscure
like-
to obscure. Amazing.
That was like
I'm on a
the
boat.
less successful buddy cop
Yeah.
show.
Hey,
Riptide.
by the way, anybody here watching the OJ show?
Oh yeah.
Jenny's a big fan, yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Doc, since this is the last after show you're going to be on, can we just turn the rest of this into talking about the OJ show?
So the only problem is we're one episode behind. We haven't watched the most recent episode.
That's fine. Neither have I.
Okay.
Neither have I. I was 2 episodes behind, and I watched the Marcia Clark centric.
Yes. Oh my God. Oh my
I feel
God.
like that's an Emmy for Sarah Paulson.
It's
Like,
an Emmy, and it's a stab at the heart of just so much. Like it just made me cry. It made me cry. I won't lie. Like
Well-
it just felt so.
It
You know
re-
how like you just watch a public figure when you're watching them in the spotlight, and you have all sorts of ill-informed. Like I wasn't pro or anti anything in that case. I was too young to care. Whatever. And I didn't like really get into it because I didn't live here at the time, and I didn't have like a vested interest. But man, when you see the humanity on all sides, just incredible.
Well, and it was new culturally, right? Which is
Yeah.
part of the point of the show is that like not everybody hadn't really realized exactly what this was. This was really the birth of celebrity culture. Before was all about praising the celebrity, and then celebrity culture afterward became about deconstructing the celebrity.
Yeah.
And so this
It's
one,
why they have the Kardashians in there all the time. It makes total
Yeah.
sense.
which oh geez, how subtle. Just
know.
like come on, Ryan Murphy, like
Cause effect.
exactly. It's just about as subtle as a medley on Glee. But,
Ask your parents, kids.
yeah, but it makes a lot of sense, and it's really really well done. But Sarah Paulson, man, I was just blown away
Oh,
during that episode.
she is
You know,
magnificent.
she's always been great. She's always been so good, and you can kind of tell where like her pedigree of like Aaron Sorkin, David Milch, like some of the best writers on television and film have looked at her and said like, yes, no, she's the one we want to deliver our dialogue. And
Here's the here's the funny thing though. When she was on the Sorkin show on the Studio 60, her character was so poorly written that I feel like it did her, in my eyes, unjustified damage because the character was so poor.
But he was the main character on Studio 60, right?
Well, she was one of the two female bots created by Aaron Sorkin to impersonate a woman.
All right, listen, hold on. Let me stop me if you heard this one. It's this Aaron Sorkin show where there's a troubled and great man, and then there's a woman who don't take no jive, and only when he understands the humanity of the woman who doesn't take no jive can this troubled man who's making all sorts of mistakes, although his creativity has surpassed all bounds, does he realize that indeed he has flaws?
Oh, wait, that's Newswing Radio, right?
Okay, a little bit of that, and a little bit of Steve Jobs, and a little bit.
You've watched the supercut, right? Of all the lines that come up, and it's just my favorite. But
don't talk to me like I'm other people.
Do you know that Josh Malina and someone else are doing a West Wing a day or week podcast?
Yeah, where they're just going through all the
156 episodes. Amazing.
Yeah. If I could pronounce that word with a bunch of O's and B's about what happens when a snake comes around and eats itself, that's how I would describe it. The West Wing stars now do a podcast about starring in the West Wing.
Because they all just want to go back, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you want to go back to that show? But updated for this crazy, if I were Tommy Schlamme, I'd be pitching that around the world right now. Because
it makes sense. There's all you got is a bunch of people asking you about this one time in your life, right? So I'd be upset about it and say, no, but didn't you watch my guest star on iZombie last week? Or
But Josh Malina's on the #1 buzziest hit show on ABC, so he has nothing to prove. He can just enjoy himself. He's got a great guest star, recurring role. It's right in the zeitgeist, so it's not like he's out of it, and so he can do that. And he's so smart and so funny.
Yeah,
I think it's such a great idea.
On a daily basis, he goes to the airport. How many people ask him about whatever the buzzy new show on ABC is, and how many people ask him about West Wing?
Scandal?
I mean, Scandal's big, right? But I still think, if you look at how many...
nothing compares to West Wing.
It's big on 2016 broadcast television versus big on 1990s broadcast television, too.
You're right, and that's another thing. The medium has diminished, and that's why these shows loom so large.
But no, I think that's brilliant. But real quick, the OJ thing, I think it's so remarkable how well they capture that 1990s LA kind of vibe. And I lived in Southern California probably 3 years before that as a kid, but it all rings so true. And I always used to remember because my mom has similar hair to Marcia Clark, and so I always was sympathetic to the idea that everybody used to make fun of Marcia Clark's hair. Now she never went, as they so eloquently called it on the show, full Rick James. But there was that one element. I've loved it. I've eaten it up.
I've never wanted to
if anybody's listening
doesn't
get it, this is not a documentary.
No.
This is, if you didn't pick that up.
Although, by the way,
it's amazing.
ESPN 30 for 30 is apparently working on a 6-part documentary that anyone who's seen it says is the best thing ESPN has ever done.
Wow.
There is new information to the OJ case in this 6-part documentary, apparently.
Tom, do you have to go, or did you go?
I am done. I am out of the post.
Okay.
I'm good on time, so
Okay.
I'm not rushing.
Can I have one more?
Yeah,
Can
go
I
for
have
it.
the floor for one more OJ comment?
The chair recognizes Jenny Josephson.
Can we just give a huge shout out to the guy playing Sterling K. Brown? He is killing that role. He makes me cry every time I see him because he's just so thoughtful, and knowing what's coming is so painful.
It is watching them go pigs to slaughter. And even in 2016 or 2015, I guess, when it aired, but spoiler alert, at the end of The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, you have Tina Fey and I forget who else plays a caricature version of Marsha Clark and Chris Darden as bumbling grab-ass idiots.
Still.
Even now, even in 2015, when it's like you just see these people and they're like, yeah, no, we had the slam dunk case of the century, and this tidal wave just engulfed them and the whole nation. And you know, I thought that last episode was just such a great example of just sort of like how far subtly we've kind of come in understanding gender, right? Like that there is just this one, like, it's like, oh wait, no, we have made progress, because like even the idea of like the radio station saying like, Marsha Clark, bitch or babe, call in. It's like, oh geez, like that even just feels weird to hear that that's dichotomy, or that's a thing that people want to call in about. Like that's just so weird.
It is. It's watching a bunch of people on a massive earthquake paradigm shift that they don't understand is coming, that we're all living in right now. And that's what makes it so painful, because these people are living and doing the right thing in their world. And the defense understood it just a little bit more. And also, like, I can't say enough about Courtney B. Vance as Johnny Cochran. Like, I cannot say enough.
Every episode, he's become more Johnny Cochran.
Oh, it's amazing. And they're doing such a good job. The one thing for people who are, like, by now super annoyed that we've been talking about this for so long, I will say to you, the one thing it does is it presents everybody's authentic feeling about why they're right. And that's the best kind of storytelling. It shows you flashbacks of their point of view. It shows you why they don't understand. It shows you, like in 1 second, a guy telling Marsha Clark that it's awful how sexist people are being to her, and then the next second offering her an
also
image
go
consultant.
get a haircut.
Yeah, like, it's just amazing. And then John Travolta, I can't even get into because he's so the hands are so perfect.
I mean, just John Travolta, who is this otherworldly alien creature, playing Shapiro, who is this otherworldly alien creature.
Yeah.
It's like watching a salamander impersonate a moose credibly. Like, just fantastic.
And on that note, folks, thanks for watching.
The Daily Tech
Happy St. Patrick's
FX
Day.
Show.